Welcome back to Hunter's Two Cents. If you're still hanging in there with me, I sure appreciate it. But today we're going to be just talking about the general industrial market with really a focus on small bay. Kind of also works for mid or large spaces as well, but the general kind of health of the market. And some of this is my opinion, and overall, the market has definitely slowed. I would say 2, 3, 4, even 5 years ago, you would put anything on the market, whether it was for lease or for sale. And I mean, within a week, you would have 2, 3, 4 interested parties pretty much immediately wanting to lease or purchase those properties. And every year after that is definitely started to slow down. And I would say this summer, particularly, has slowed down immensely, especially when it comes to small bay stuff. We would have a 2,000, 2,500 square foot suite, and usually that goes within a month. Well, what I'm finding in today's market, that's sticking on the market for 3 and in some cases up to 6 months. And that's just pretty unusual. And does that mean the market's slowing down as a whole? Maybe not. Does it mean maybe people are just spending more time outside because it's so nice out, especially here in Minnesota? Maybe that's the case. Maybe this is just a small little dip. But I would say if you ask anybody that works in the industrial market, things have definitely slowed down. So what does that mean? I want to talk about what does it mean for the landlords and what does it mean for tenants. We'll start with the landlord. It means that there are unfortunately more options out there for tenants to shop. What I would encourage you to do is just look at every single deal very seriously, whether it's a use that you don't typically like, whether it's a rate that you would typically not accept or a term that you would not accept. I would say take a real look at it because you might not get another deal that comes at your doorstep anytime soon. As for tenants, this is actually a pretty good opportunity for you. You have more options out there and you have the ability to negotiate now. It doesn't mean you're going to get away with murder, right? But it does mean that you have more leverage. I would create that option B or C and, leverage that with your option A. Say, hey, I got a deal over here and I'm willing to move over because that space still logistically works for me. That would be my 2 cents with tenants is you guys have options today, and landlords, take a look at every deal and make sure that you're putting your best foot forward the first time around. I think both in the landlord and the tenant world, you get those wheeler dealers that like to negotiate, and I think negotiating can hurt the landlord if they don't put their best foot forward almost right away. So that would be my 2 cents today. Short and sweet, hopefully like usual. Again, if you have any questions in the future, please let me know. We'll talk next month.
You've been listening to the Hunter's Two Cents podcast with Hunter Stanek of Gagne Commercial Properties. Hunter works with business owners, investors, landlords, and tenants throughout the Twin Cities and surrounding markets. Each episode is based on real-world experience and the questions he hears every day from clients and industry professionals. Rather than following a script, Hunter shares practical insights, market observations, and commercial real estate knowledge in a straightforward, conversational format. If you have questions or have a topic you'd like covered in a future episode, feel free to reach out to Hunter directly. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.